Hello to everybody. Today we speak about the new composite kit that I create with Deppeler. The main purpose was to create a composite kit where I can make with only 4 instruments the whole indication of a restoration filling therapy. And at the end I think we handled it to create these 4 instruments. With the 4 instruments you use it not only for layering composite, but we can also use it for caries excavation. Let's speak about every instrument. I want to present it. So why I choose the shape of this plugger? I have a thin side and a wide side. The wide side I use it for maybe large cavities or for a bulk fill therapy. I use a big side to be faster and more efficient. On the other side, I use or invented or created, my vision was to have a thin side to go into the edges, into corners of a cavity, to go there and to place and adjust the composite so exactly as possible. The special thing of this plugger was or is the markings that we put on one side. So with 2 millimeters, 3 millimeters, 4 millimeters and 5 millimeters, we know how many composite, how big is the increment that we are layering to not use too much composite at the end. This for one reason, and the other reason was the 3 and 5 point markings that we use for caries excavation. So we know when we are going from the cusp of a natural tooth, of a young tooth, to the top of the box that we are drilling into the tooth, we know, okay, be careful here, there will be this pulp. And the same thing will be from the mesial and the distal part of the tooth with 3 millimeters, that we have to be careful that here will be the pulp. So this was the plugger. Now let's speak about the spatula. This is, I will say, quite a conventional shape of a spatula. I have my angles that I wanted that Deppeler create for me, and we have sharp sides, sharp spatulas to cut off the composite. So also with the thin sides of the spatulas we can go again here in region of our restoration that it's difficult to achieve a smooth transition from the composite to the tooth. And with this thin instrument that we develop, is really easy to be precise on our restoration. And the other special thing is the ruler on the shaft of the instrument, and with this ruler we can measure the symmetry in the face, in the symmetry of the incisor teeth, and how wide are the teeth itself. Okay, then we have the modeling instrument, the yellow one. Also here we have an instrument that we can use in the front and also in the posterior region. With this kind of shape I can rule and flatten the composite on the front teeth to make it shine. And on the posterior region, with this shape, it's easy to make the inclination of a cusp, of the slope of a cusp, to be as precise as possible. So at the end, when I'm modeling my cusp and my fissures, I don't have to adjust it as much at the end with the finishing and polishing process. On the other side, I have a thin probe, and with this thin probe I can make in the front region my mamelons. I can applicate some colors, staining. Also for a posterior region I can make my fissure system for the posterior region, and also composite that I don't need there I can cut it off with this sharp probe. So now we have the last instrument. The last instrument was the spatula, and it was the instrument that I took a lot of time to invent it, because my vision was to make an instrument for anterior teeth and posterior teeth as well. For anterior teeth it's easy. The shape, I can use it to flatten the composite. Then we have a special inclination, and also we have a curved instrument, so I can go between the composite and the matrix system and make really a nice edge of the tooth without having much to finish and polishing at the end. So what can I do in the posterior region? In the posterior region, I can make my my ridge in the distal and the nasal part of the teeth. When I'm finished and I achieve the height of the restoration, I go smooth with my spatula from one side to the other and then I can achieve a really nice edge of a tooth.